Good afternoon, it's Jane with ScrapTasticyarns. I have a few acquisitions, and a couple of you have asked how hubby is doing, so I'd give you an update here. But one of my acquisitions is a hole punch, and these are made for the A4, A5 little personal notebooks, because the other one that I had was just like a little flat that you could put in the binder, and it kind of died, so I needed to get a new one. Of course, then I had to go on YouTube to learn how to use this one, because this one is totally different than the little flat one I had. But I had also gotten a magnetic personal book, and this basically was to do a crochet planner. I decided I think I want to do a crochet planner instead of using the composition books, decorating them up this year. I did get the new Centro, and it works fine. But I also got something that this computer is sitting on that I can't show you. But it is a desk that measures 24 inches by 24 inches. It is on wheels. One portion of the desk can slant for to use as a podium, but both sides can raise up to whatever height you want, or to be used as a standing desk. And let me tell you the fun part about putting it together. I put it together, and when I got finished, I thought, boy, something's really wrong, you know. It's not even, something funky. Tell my husband, he looks at it. There are these bars that go on each side to put the top of the desktop on top of that you have to screw into. Now, I swear, when I was putting it together the first time, I thought I had it right. Apparently not. Apparently on one side, the side where the portion of the desk can raise up to be like a podium stand, music stand, it has a little bar that sits a little bit higher, kind of like a little T-bar, and apparently I had flipped it around on one side, so the T-bar was over on the other side of the desk, and on this side of the desk was the T-bar, so it made the little desk like, you know, like this. My husband comes in and he goes, honey, you got that on backwards, one of them. I thought, are you sure? Sure enough, had it on backwards. It was less than a 2-minute fix because you only had to take the one side off. But it was rather funny. So we kind of had a giggle about that. But I did want to show you, I had ordered some fabric from Cheryl Boltz in Bagz. This fabric is beautiful. And, you know, of course, you know I love cats. And I've been trying to go slow on the fabric because I haven't been sewing. And I have so much fabric up there, and I don't need any more. But I could not resist these kitty cats. Is that not stunning? These are so beautiful. And so I ordered a couple yards of it. I'm gonna make me a mask with one of them, some of it, and then there'll be some bags with the rest of it. But this is a fabric that is called Good Kitty by Connie Haley, and this is, I believe it's part of a Cool Cats collection. Not positive, but it's an absolutely beautiful fabric. And of course, Cheryl always packages them up very nicely. So those of you that want to shop, I'm going to leave down the link down below to the Facebook page for the fabric portion purchasing. And of course, she always includes her card and some tea. Wouldn't be right if you didn't have tea, right? So this time she added in some sencha green tea. Never heard of this brand. And then also, and I've heard of this brand. We've used it before. So those are very nice. I enjoy the teas a whole lot. So, just wanted to show you that fabric because it's so pretty. Of course, there's a lot of fabrics on there that I would like to buy, but I'm like, no, 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 you have too much. But I had to have the kitties, so I did purchase the kitty cats. And then got this beautiful package. I wonder if you'll recognize what this package looks like. Now, you see how big this is, okay? This came from Petra. And, no, I didn't order one of the mystery bags. She had asked me if I ever used bulky yarn. And I use bulky yarn because the other ladies, when we get it at church, will not use it. So I use it because I make hats and scarves with it for the shoe bank. So it is a bag full of yarn. Full of yarns. Bulky yarns. Beautiful scraps. And I love it because my favorite thing of all is scraps. Look at that. Look at the color that are in those. Beautiful. Purples, pinks, all kinds of things. Just a whole bag of goodness. And I mean, there's tons of colors in here. So we'll be able to make quite a few hats and things for the kitties, the kids. She included a little llama card. And you know, she has such beautiful handwriting and writes such beautiful notes. And, you know, Petra, I can understand. It does make your hand hurt. Of course, I don't crochet with it. I knit. And those hats and scarves that I knit with, they go quick and fast. And she included, but they're such beautiful yarns and things. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's an anniversary cake in here, I think. I was just looking at the balls. I'm pretty sure it's anniversary cake. And let me tell you, I thought about getting an anniversary cake, but decided against it. Why? Because it's too tempting to get a second one. Watch me struggle. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's the Blackberry Surprise. But there's all kinds of balls in here. I'm not going to pull them all out. But, yes, Petra. Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how many babies and kitties, young kids, teens, they go from babies all the way up to teens, that this will keep warm. And these are things that I use for the shoe bank, which the shoe bank has always handed out warm socks, shoes, for a lot of the kids that live in our area that are low income, and because there's quite a few, because there's a lot of teenagers around here that have babies when they shouldn't be. They should be sticking to school, but they don't. So I'm thrilled. I'm already got my head going what I'm gonna make. So there'll be cowls and all kinds of things, and of course you'll see those as they get made. But thank you, Petra, for that big bag. And they are huge bags, so, and I have not gone to her Etsy shop because I really thought about buying a bag. I thought, Jane, you have enough yarn. Jane, you do not need to buy more. But I'm like, yeah, but it go for prayer shawl, right? But thank you, Petra, so much for this. I will include a link down to her channel, and if I can find the link for her Etsy shop, I'll also include that. I don't know if she has any left, but these are huge bags, and they're worth every penny that you get because they are packed, and I mean really packed. I walked out of the post office this afternoon because today is the day that my husband's pump gets disconnected for his chemo. So we had that to do, and he also had a appointment with the wound care nurse because he had some skin tags on his ostomy, where his ostomy was and needed to be removed. So we were in there to have that done and to get the pump taken off of his for his chemo. He's doing pretty well. Like I told you the first chemo, he had never experienced nausea, didn't know what it felt like, didn't know he was nauseous, just thought he was having a lot of stomach aches and whatnot. This time he's having the effects with the pins and needles for cold things, cold, which my husband loves the cold. I've told you how cold he keeps it in the house. But he's wearing gloves and hoodie and thick socks and right now, so that's kind of interesting to see him, wear that. But he's doing well. He hasn't lost a whole lot of weight. I think he lost a pound, so that's not too bad. We've realized that he needs to eat a few more snacks in between. He's never been a breakfast eater, really. So, and of course, his main thing for breakfast is yogurt. And he didn't stop to think about it being cold. And I said to him, well, honey, I don't think it'll go bad if you let it sit out for about 15-20 minutes and then eat it. I don't think you'll have any problems. Because I can remember times that I would start doing something to get back to my yogurt, about 20 minutes to where it's close to room temperature. So, and I said, if it is, then we'll get some of those packs that are, I think they sell them off the shelf that you can get, and that way he could use those in the meantime. But it's been a little interesting, seeing him deal with the cold, because that's not something that normally bothers him, but it is right now because it causes pain in his hands and his feet. And of course, he's now feeling how cold the kitchen floor is. So that's been interesting. And the last time he had the pump on, we couldn't get the alarm to stop. They told us how to do it. And I have done it before on other patients, but they did change it a little bit. And he said when he got his chemo started Wednesday, he'd asked him to show him again how to turn it off. She said, well, first you have to acknowledge it, and then you press the button and hold it. So we're driving, he's telling me this, and I'm driving along. And I said to him, oh, so we have to acknowledge the pump. We have to say, I acknowledge you. And he goes, huh? It just flew right over his head. I was like, address the bump. I acknowledge you that you're beeping and you're here. So we had a good laugh about that once he realized what I was saying. But other than that, I think he's doing well. And he is eating well. He's eating a little bit better now that he can recognize that he's nauseous and knows when to take the pills for the nausea. And that's a big step for him. So, and he's also sitting more comfortably. Where his cancer, the mass is right in the rectal vault, which can be pretty painful. And so for a while there, sitting was very uncomfortable for him. He's a little bit more comfortable. So, and last week, he came and he slept in the bed. He hadn't slept in the bed in quite a while. Normally, we always tease about, the shift change, because I come downstairs and he goes upstairs. Otherwise, he sleeps in his recliner. But I had rolled over in the night the other night, and I was like, stranger danger, who's in my bed? It's just really bizarre. Because you don't think that you would get used to it, but after about a week or so, you kind of get used to it. So, but he's back into where he is sleeping in the bed at night, with the exceptions of when he has the pump on, because the pump, it is hard to get it comfortable in the bed, unless he is the only one in the bed with the pump. And in his recliner, when he sits back and puts his legs up and everything, the pump actually just kind of relaxes into a place that's next to him, so it's okay. But that's the biggest thing we're dealing with right now. So he's doing well. We're still laughing our way through this, because that's what we got to do. We have to have a positive attitude. So that's what we're doing. And his pain control has been really good. He's been able to back off on his pain meds. Before, he was having a lot of pain, so apparently it is helping to shrink the mass some, which is what they wanted to do. And I was teasing him today, because when we were with the wound care, the wound care nurse and I were talking about how his stoma has gotten smaller too. I said, honey, the chemo's even shrunk your stoma. She goes, no, that's not it. I said, I know. But we had a good laugh about it anyway. All right, that's it for today. I will see you again next week. And Monday, I will have a giveaway, another yarn giveaway. And so look forward to seeing that. And I will see you guys again Monday, and then probably the following day on Tuesday. Everybody have a great weekend. Remember to be kind to one another, love one another, and pray for one another. And as Penny of Kitty Mom Crochet says, beat COVID with Crovid. See, it's a mouthful. It's hard to say. All right, see you guys again soon. Bye.